Hello, friends, and a warm welcome to another craft session. I'm so happy you're joining me here today. We will be making some pockets, some different style pockets, and some different style tags with different charms and different ribbons and different backsides. It's all going to be so much fun. And in the last video, we have completed our signature setup, our freebie gift boxes, our journal cover. We did a whole bunch of envelopes in our last videos. And in this video here, we will be making these pockets, and they are quick and easy to make. So let's get right into it. I can't wait to get this project started with you. This is going to be so much fun. I'm uploading every Tuesday and Friday, and if you follow me along, by the end of this video series, you will have a complete journal made. I will put all the videos into a playlist for you so that you can go back easily. So make sure to like and subscribe to make sure to get a notification when the next video comes out. Everything I'm using is listed in the description box below. So let's get started. So each of the signatures will get at least one pocket for now. So in this video, we will make 4 pockets. I think I'm going to slip a little one in this signature, but we'll see. So let's get started. So I'll be using the pockets that I have cut out from the Christmas at the Manor kit. And I'll be using also some of the tags and some of the fuzzy cuts. I will also be using some Christmas charms and some ribbon and some eyelets and some ball pens. So I hope you can see that. So if you follow along in our journal, we'll have the first page here with some writing space, and then the second page here with this nice couple walking here. So this is where we are going to put our first pocket. All right. So I've cut out the pocket and I have inked it with the Holtz Distressing ink in Vintage Photo, and I've inked around the edges here. And so now it's time to glue the pocket in. I printed all of my ephemera and pockets and tags in the back with the lined pages kit. And so that way, any tags that I want to use as writing space has lines. Sometimes also the pockets will have some lines on the back, but that's okay. Now it's important to only glue on the 3 sides, so where my thumb is, there will be no glue. Make sure to be really close on the edge with your glue so that you have plenty of pocket space inside. So I'm trying to be as close to the outer edge here as possible. And then we'll place the pocket. And it's best not to move this too much when the glue is still a little wet, because otherwise you'll take away from the pocket space. So set it down, hope for the best that it's straight enough. But again, this is junk journaling, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Beautiful. So while this pocket is drying, now I will be adding some little charms and a ribbon to this tag. So I'm going to set this aside here. And the first thing I want to do is to punch a little hole in the tag here. So I have this little hole punch. right. And I have some gold eyelets here. And I have this little eyelid punch here. Of course, you can also use your crocodile. So first I like to put a little ribbon here. I'm going to measure that roughly. So when you have trouble to put the ribbon through the eyelid, I like to use my tweezers and push it through like so, and then pull them through. So that makes it a lot easier. All right, so let's make a simple knot here. There we go. Beautiful. All right. And I'm gonna make a nice little decorative cut to have a nice finish for the ribbon. There we go. And here we have our first tag. And I like to add a little charm here. So I have these ball pins here in gold. So for this journal kit, I use mainly golden hardware. All right, so let's see what would look nice with this. Tag in here. All right, let's see. Maybe a little snowflake here. Yes, snowflake. Because we already have a tree, I don't want to be too redundant, even though those little trees, they look just really adorable. I hope I will find a nice spot for these in this journal. So let's have a little look here. You can see. They're really cute. Let's see. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. Yes. Use a more delicate one for this. All right, beautiful. All right. There we go. And we have a nice little charm here. Dangling. How pretty is that? Yes. How pretty is that? All right. And next, let's decorate this pocket just a little bit with this little fuzzy cut. Gonna use the barely glue. All right. So these are all from the Christmas at the Manor journal kit. And all of the elements that I'm using, like these beautiful charms and the ribbons, are all linked below. There. It's nice to have some accents here, some nice colored accents. So that's our first pocket already done here in our first signature. Doesn't it look pretty? Oh, I just love how you can immerse yourself in this world. Just for a moment, you can pause your life, all your busyness and all your stresses, and you can simply take a break from all the busyness and rest in this world, and then you can return back to your day-to-day activities. But this is just so good to relax and to clear the mind, really. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So I have also picked another pocket for this journal. This is one of these very simple pockets here, little tucks, I would call it. And if you follow along in the journal, this is the page where we are going to put this little tuck in here. So I didn't want to take away from the image here that is so pretty, so we'll just put it like here on the corner, a small little tuck. You can add a little bit of a tuck space in your journal, a little hidden secret space with these little triangle cuts. So again, only here on the sides. So we're going to let this dry. But first, I wanted to add this little fuzzy cut of this couple. It goes really nice with the colors of this kit. So the top part here shouldn't have glue, otherwise you can't tug anything in here. So I'm going to just hold my fingers roughly here so I know approximately where I want the glue to be. So let's just be on the safe side and just put some glue here, like so. And let's make sure. Perfect, yes. So that won't touch the rest with the glue, but we'll have a little bit of a decoration here as well. And sometimes I just like to add little charms that I place directly on the pages. So I'm going to use a little bit of art glitter glue because it's a metal thing and I want to make sure that it won't slip around. So like so. Got a little much of the art glitter glue on it, but It also dries clear, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. Yeah, this is going to dry clear. All right, and so for this pocket, I have this fuzzy cut here with the gingerbread cookies and this little writing space or this little journaling card here in the back. So let's put this in here. And let's see, maybe we'll put a little ribbon on this. It immediately adds so much to a project to put these little ribbons on. Okay. And let's put a little eyelid on it as well. All right, and this time we'll use a little red, light red ribbon here. Measure. There we go. All right, so let's put the ribbon through here. So when the ribbon is already cut like so, it's very easy to thread them through. Simply fold them over like this and then thread them through here. We don't even need our tweezers. That was so easy. And then I like to just pull them through like so. And we have an instant pop of color here and added some more to that. And so here we have also some little, so here we have some more pocket space that was easily decorated. Oh, how beautiful. That turned out really pretty. Okay, so that's the first signature done. Beautiful. And we have the second signature. As you remember, we made this little envelope here. And I have decided on a little pocket here on the second page. So the first page here has the envelope, and the second page has the friends gathering around the fireplace and this backdrop here. So this is one of the simpler pockets, and we have, of course, plenty of opportunity to decorate and to make this look pretty. All right. Again, the thumb goes where there's no glue. Along the edge. This is just so relaxing. Balm for the soul. Yeah. So once you put it down, just commit to it and let it go. There we go. Yes. Again, we'll let this dry. But also I have these fuzzy cuts from the journal kit, and they will complement this here. So I'm going to again. So we want to make sure how far the glue can go. So the glue will go from here to here. So I put my tweezers at the edge here, approximately. All right. There we go. Aren't these stockings adorable? Ah, and the red bow. This is just perfect. Yes. So again here, let's approximate it roughly. About here. Beautiful. And so this can dry now. And here we have a little journaling card. Very pretty. And that would go in like so. But first, we'll put a little tab here. That goes gently with that. Let's put a tiny tab here so we can add some little charms and things to it. I almost didn't meet the middle here. All right, this seems to be nice and dried now. I also have a tiny little fuzzy cut here, a little star. And I think that goes really well on this pocket here. Let's put a little star here. Let's put a little eyelet in here. So let's see what we can put here with these charms. I think this calls for one of these cute little trees that we have. How about this one? Oh, this is so cute. Yeah, let's go with this tree. But also, what I want to add to this is this little bauble. So instead of putting a ribbon this time, I'm simply putting these two little charms of fuzzy cut and this here. Anything you can find that would go well here, you can simply add. Now, this one here has a very small opening, so I won't use the hole punch. And what I will be using instead is this little owl. 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 I want to call it an owl, but so even with this tiny little fuzzy cut here, I want to be on the safe side, especially since this is such a small surface to punch a hole in. So I have here some packaging foam. So keep an eye out for these little packaging foams when you order things. They can be very useful for this particular purpose. So I will be very delicately putting a little hole here because it's very, very small. And so it's a very small dangle. All right, so we got a hole here. So let's take a little ball pin and add this here and add this here. Oh, how pretty. Oh, maybe we'll do it the other way around. Let's put these on. Oh, how pretty. And thread this through here. There we go. So pretty. All right. So if for any reason you got a little bit of glue on the pocket inside, simply take your bone folder and go through it like so. That ensures that you can use your pocket properly. Big moment. Let's put our little tuck here, our little card in here. And we have a little pocket here with this pretty little dangle and the fuzzy cat here and the stockings. How fun is that? Oh, I love this. That turned out so well. Onward to pocket number 3. So this is our third signature. And let's see where we'll put our next pocket here. So you will remember from our envelopes video, we have this little surprise envelope here. And on the next page, we'll have our next pocket. So this pocket here has 3 parts. It has the large one, the mid-size one, and the small one. So let's get these down first. Very simple. Again, everything is inked. And let's glue them down. Along the edges. All right. So that's it. One down. Then we'll take the mid-size one. Again, along the edges. All right. And I like to put that just a tad bit higher so it is a little bit more centered. So pay attention to that when you do that little, I call it waterfall pocket. Just so it looks a little bit more even. And now we'll do the little one here. All right. And this one we put right in the bottom here. So now you have a nice little waterfall tab here. So we let these pockets dry now. And let's put this to the side. Yeah, let's let that dry. And let's make our tag. I just love how you can have this perhaps as a little list of all the guests that you want to invite, or maybe the list of recipes, the menu that you're planning. You can write all of that on these large tags, and it's nice when they're lined, so it's easy to write on. All right, let's put another little eyelet in here. So with the hardware for a journal, I like to stick with a color. I pick a color for the journal that goes well. So this is Christmas, so I picked the color of gold for all of my hardware. So I make sure that it all matches up. But of course, if you don't have everything in the same metal color, that's okay. You can, of course, mix and match. All right. Let's do our little ribbon. I've reached the end of this ribbon. Maybe I'll do it just as a little one. And again, I'm going to cut a little angled cut here to make the ribbon look finished. Put the two ends together, fold them over, and thread them right through. And you have this loop here. And we'll pull these two ends through. There we go. It's a short one because I really wanted to utilize this ribbon now. And let's add a little charm to it. What shall we use this time? Ooh, those bells are definitely calling me. So, oh, isn't that pretty? My goodness, what a little charm can do. These little charms are just so adorable and so easy to do. You simply pull it through here and then pull the ball pin. Just pull this in here. Wow, look. Oh, little bells. That goes so well with this. All right, so let's stuff our pockets in the spirit of Christmas. So we have here our waterfall pocket. Always cover here. So just to make sure that everything goes in easily, I like to simply go in with the bone folder and just make sure that everything can slide in easily. Okay, let's do this here as well. Okay, just to make sure. There we are. All right, so the big tag goes in first. Nice. So we have that sticking out. And we have here another fuzzy cut. That goes here. And another gingerbread cookie fuzzy cut right here. This is our third signature now. Oh, how beautiful is that? Yes, that is beautiful. And just one last pocket so that each signature has its own pocket. So this is our fourth signature. And we have here this page liner. Remember, this is our little ephemera envelope that we made. Then we have here the branches, and here we have a whole bunch of stuff. Remember, this page had a little ink blot from the printer, so I got this little fuzzy cut here to cover that up. And I have noticed that I have this strip of paper on cardstock as a scrap paper left, so I want to make a pocket out of this here, because we want to use up as much as we can. So we'll cut a little pocket for this one. I have some little things to put in. And then we have more of the pocket, so we can do another waterfall pocket. So it's always nice to use up our... so this is not entirely perfectly straight, and when I place this pocket here on it, here in the bottom, this seems to be where it would fit the best. So let's see how that would look. And then we go about this high, let's say. So I'm gonna put a little mark here. Let's make it like... So we can make this pocket as high as we want. And when I look here at the design, I want to have a little bit of this design on it. So let's cut it around here. And got my little cutter here. And this also can then be used for another pocket. These are good scraps to have. And we'll take a little hole punch. This is the 1.5 inch hole punch, in case you are wondering. Okay. Let's make sure we'll ink this. Some people like to ink it a little stronger and some a little less. So I like to go just very gently with the ink here. Okay, beautiful. So now let's start it. You can see how easy it is to use our scraps. Beautiful, that's one down. And let's grab the next one. I love when things are easily coordinating. So here the colors are very easy to put together. You don't have to think too much. Will it all match well? And even though the patterns might be a little bit different, and the color variations might be there, but it still all goes well together and it looks very nicely coordinated and finished. And when I used to, in the beginning, when I used to try to put different kits together, they would just not work well together, and it took a lot longer to figure out what matches with each other, what goes well, what is pleasing for the eye, and what looks a little bit elevated, not just thrown together. That everybody has a different style, of course, but for me personally, I love it to look playful, but still that it looks pleasing. So while this is drying now, I'm going to fix this ink blot here. So I'm okay with things sticking out slightly, so I'm going to put this on here. Like so. So have you bought all of the Christmas gifts yet? Have you made your lists and checked them twice? I'm one of the people who has all her gifts a few weeks already before Christmas. It's very difficult for me to coordinate last minute gifts because we have to have things shipped here where I live, and it takes a long time, especially in the Christmas season. There are a lot of delays with shipments and the stress is very big. So I'd rather get a head start of things and get all my gifts in as early as I can. Of course, there's Black Friday and stuff like that, but I'm all set already with all my gifts, and I can't wait to wrap them all up and to make little tags. These are really pretty gift tags as well, so you can cut them out and put in the back the name and where it's from, who it is from. So this time we'll put yet another variation and spin on our pocket theme. So I like to use some of my stamps. They are easily forgotten. And sometimes it is nice to simply use them again. And I got these little flourishes, little filigree stamps, and they seem to go well with the theme. I don't really have Christmas stamps, I noticed. I looked through all my stamps and I don't have any. But if you do, feel free to use them, of course. So this here has a lot of space in the back, and so I'd like to make a little decoration here in the back. So let's pick a stamp. So I think that maybe this one might be fairly neutral. It doesn't have flowers on it like the others, which is not really a Christmas theme. So I use this holder here, and I'll just place this here. All right, so let's give this a shot. I have the Holtz Distress Oxide in bundled sage. So that's a nice green color. I hope it has a nice contrast. And let's see how that comes out. That is very light. Oh, boy. So I'm not sure how well this comes out. So in order to test it, I use another scrap piece, and I'll just... Oh, that's pretty. That's very... Oh, yeah, that's very nice. I like it to be very subtle. Wow, pretty. Okay, so let's do this. Of course, you can use darker stamps. You can use darker ink, of course, if you will. Just make sure I don't mess this up. All right, so. All right, it's very subtle. I don't know if you can actually see it, but oh boy, it really adds something. Maybe I'll put another one on the top like so. Yes, let's do that. Okay. So if you have any Christmas themed clear stamps, that is of course even better, but this still works, I think. Okay. Boy, I made a correction. Let's see. Yep, it still works. So now we have a bit of an embellishment here. So that's just a little add-on to this. And these rinse very easily off. So I will be just rinsing them off and patting them with a little paper towel, and you're good to go again. Perfect. Let's go back to our pockets here. All right. All right, again, I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to get everything into my pockets. Okay. All right, everything. The coast is clear. So put this tag here and a little gingerbread cookie here. So I found a little tab that might go well here with this card. And so I'll simply all right, so let's put this tab on here. And let's put a nice colorful ribbon with it. I think this is a perfect color for this festive journal here. Cutting the edge off. I like this hole punch because you can really see where you are putting the hole in. I had other little hole punches before, but this is really one of the better ones where you can just easily see where you're putting it. All right. And just put another little eyelet on it. It just looks so much more finished. That's nice. I just saw that. I just noticed that we have little green accents here on this tab, and we have the little green stamp on it. Perfect. I love how things work out sometimes. Yeah, so let's fold this ribbon over. And thread it through the eyelet, like so. There we are. So what kind of a charm should we use? That's the question. Well, let's look at what we have here. What is the overall look of this page? What would go well with this? I think I want to try to put this ribbon differently. So far I have threaded it from the front to back, but what happens if I do it from back to front? I think that would look nice. Ah, that's nice too. I like how the ribbons lay. Yeah, they lay a little bit better like that. Okay. Every project helps me to learn a little bit more. We're just all in this together. All right, so what kind of a charm should we use? Maybe another snowflake would be nice. This is a big snowflake. Yeah. What do you guys think? Is that a good one? Let's go with this one. And another ball pin here. Beautiful. All right, so this is our last signature and then our last pocket here for today's video. Dangle, dangle. So I want to show this off here, like so. Okay. All right, let's have a closer look. This is the page. You have this little fuzzy cut here, little tuck here, and this here, and a little fuzzy cut here. Oh, how beautiful. Another waterfall pocket that can be fully filled with goodies. All right. So these are our 4 different pocket styles and tag styles with different ribbons and charms and different dangles. that you have, and they're so easy to make. And you can fill them with all kinds of goodies. So this has been so much fun to staying with you here and hang out with you. I will see you in the next video where we will continue to work on our Christmas at the Manor journal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Much love.